My name is Paul. I'm the owner of Paul Cooney Fitness, and we are located on the St Field Road, number 83 in Belfast. I have been in the industry for about 16 years in total, and we are at this current location, which is my second gym, and we are here 4 years. So here at Paul Cooney Fitness, we are predominantly weight loss. So we're a personal training studio that focuses on people probably between the ages of maybe 30 to 50. People that have fell out of love with the gym really, or don't have the confidence to go into a big box gym by themselves, not really sure what they're doing. And we just give them the help and support to basically achieve their goals doing that. So before I joined Elevate, it was interesting because when I first met Noel and Seamus, they actually came down to the studio and they came around with me, and at the time we were working well and the studio was profitable, but months to months would be very kind of scattered. So you'd have a good month, you'd have a bad month, and it was just very unbalanced in that way. But the guys came down and immediately took my product selection. You know, we had from one-to-ones to Pilates to groups to all different, and they just narrowed it down to two things. Which immediately gave me the direction that I wanted. And then with that, because the products were more structured, it was easier for clients. We were able to structure workouts and programs and everything easier as well, because the guys doing the personal training knew where they were, the guys in the large group knew where they were, and it set us up so much easier. And what that meant at the end of each month, we were able to sit down and know exactly what was going to happen the next month with our new batch of clients. We'd be able to predict how many we should be getting in, and that structure previously just wasn't there. And it was kind of month to month sort of looking at it and thinking, right, I've no idea what's going to happen this month. You'd hit a bad one, you'd scramble the next month to increase it. Whereas now we know where we're going every step of the way, and it's give you that confidence and structure to really move forward with and grow the business. So I actually found Elevate through Seamus because he was running his studio, FF Fitness, and I was actually following him for about a year and a half, just running the studio and stuff, and I could see on his own Instagram and his personal page and his business page what he was doing with his business and how he was growing. And I suppose when you're in your own studio, you're always kind of looking around and seeing people that are doing well and what they're doing. And then him and Noel started Elevate, and it probably took me about 7 months of watching what they were doing with Elevate, watching other people's testimonials, looking at it, and then finally just getting to the point. It was actually a December, which traditionally is a quiet month for gyms anyway, getting to the point where I just phoned Seamus and was like, listen, what are you guys doing with Elevate? I've been watching your growth, and I basically want to get a bit of help from you. One of my biggest fears before I contacted the guys at Elevate and brought them on board was opening up to somebody about the reality of where my business was. And now it was a business that was ticking over nicely, and we have a really good solid core of clients, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. And I think being able to admit that, you know, standing in front of the guys when and Seamus would very directly say to you, is this where you want to be right now? And the answer is no. And that probably for a lot of business people is hard to admit, to sort of say, actually, no, I can't do this on my own, because you went out as an entrepreneur on your own. But to say it, you know, look somebody in the eye and say, actually, no, I need that support and help. That was probably the biggest obstacle for me. But again, when you're looking at two guys who are doing what you want to do and are thriving at it, and they're Elevate is doing the same thing and thriving as well, you know, you got to realize that actually them helping you in your business is exactly what you need. You know, that support and accountability, so important for anybody, you know. When I first met Noel and Seamus, we, as I say, the guys were down in the gym with me, and we actually stood as a group, the three of us, and it wasn't the two of them looking at me and saying, Paul, this is exactly what you should do, this is the plan you should follow. We had a discussion about it, and I was able to input, well actually I like taking groups of this many people, and I prefer to do this with my business, my clients enjoy this. And Seamus was inputting ideas, Noel was inputting ideas, and between the three of us, we kind of came to a common ground on the direction that I should go with everything. And I was comfortable with it, and the two guys were able to say, yes, if you do this, it will be successful and it can be profitable. And I think that was a big thing for me, that you weren't just listening to one voice saying, this is exactly how to do it. The guys were talking to me on a level, and we came to a common ground exactly where the business needs to go, and that's how we move forward with it. My expectations when I started with Elevate were probably, it's not that I didn't think they would do a good job, you know, I was happy to get the support, and that side of it was good, but just the general increase in revenue over the last 12 months, you know, to go from where we were to double and then double that again in the space of sort of 6 to 12 months now towards the end of the year has been brilliant. And I think with the guys as well, it's not all, you know, it's not all about the money. The security that you then have from not thinking, right, I know exactly what's going to happen next month. We know exactly where we need to be. We know exact targets for leads, sign-ups, everything. Financially, you can then predict what's going to happen going forward. And just your own comfort and security of going out, closing the business for the Sunday and thinking, right, bills are paid, there's money in the bank, I'll be able to go out and relax and enjoy myself. And not, for me, not bringing that stress home of sort of thinking, I'm down a little bit in clients this month, where's the next lead coming from, I need to do that. And that has all just come from the guys and the support that they've given. And I think it's really important, you know, people will always talk about money, almost like it's a bad thing, but when you're in a business, you need to have it to be secure within the business, and the guys have helped me do that, and it's taken away so much pressure and so much stress from me running the business, and which pretty much gets me enjoying it that little bit more within the gym. I would recommend Elevate. For me, it's such a huge just peace of mind knowing that these two guys are in the background helping me out. From where they have taken me 12 months ago to where I am now, even when I look at my local area and the gyms that are around and stuff, you know, the classes are booked out, the semi-private's doing well, we keep having to add sessions to that, and that is all through the bits and pieces that those guys have given me. But more than anything, I think with Elevate, the guys done what they said they were going to do. They basically came down and spoke to me about my business. Even if I'd never spoken to them before that 30-minute chat, I would have changed things in the business the very next day. They've been there every step of the way. They've constantly been thinking further ahead than I've been thinking, and just also telling you sometimes that you're doing well to keep it going, to move the business forward. You know, it's not like a cookie cutter, this is what you need to do, this is the exact plan you follow, here you go, it might work in your area, it might not. They'll build it around what you want to do. And I think for me that was really important, because there's lots of mentors out there, particularly in the fitness industry, and they're like, right, I have this golden plan, buy my golden plan, away you go. Seamus and Noel, they'll laugh at that sort of stuff. They'll literally go to you and be like, right, what do you want to do? You know, the array of people that they have in there, from people running spin studios to cafes to cleaning businesses to all different things, and they are basically helping all those types of people. And you can't do that if you're just simply selling one cookie cutter. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me, was just their kind of personal vision for the business, but also myself, and where they want to take me in the next sort of 6-12 months. And they done exactly what they said they were going to do. On a personal level, outside of business, and I do talk to Seamus and Noel about this a lot, my biggest change has been personally. just the confidence that you have a direction and you're taking steps towards that direction, the confidence to speak to clients, to talk to people about sales, to talk about money, which is sometimes a funny subject with people, to even on a personal level to support clients in that sense as well, because you're not supporting them from a foundation of wondering, is this business going to be doing well next month? Is it going to be strong? You're supporting them from a strong foundation of, right, we have a good solid business, we know the direction it's going now, so it's easier then to look after the people that are in the business. And I would say my personal growth has been bigger than my business growth over the last 12 months with these guys.